you know, it was always hard to make money in this business. I mean, it's and it was always saturated. I think that the key is, there's a couple of things. I think that number one, you know, when I started, I had a simple goal, which was I wanted to make a living. I didn't really have anything loftier than that. I didn't want to have like a day job and then do this on the side. I wanted this to be my day job. At the same time, money was never the focus. And the way I always looked at it was, if you try to hone in your craft and be great at what you do, you know, do it to the best of your ability, all that stuff's going to come. And I think that part of the, you know, sort of fallacy of all this access, that you have to equipment now, is that there's this thing where it's like, we live in a world where people say like anybody can do this. I think that that's true, but you still have to be really good.
Yeah.
And you know, I compare it to like playing in the NBA. Anybody can play basketball.
Right. Yeah.
Not anybody can play in the NBA. And if you want to get there, you have to really, like, I was an assistant for years and years and years and years. And I worked, you know, 90, 100, 110-hour weeks. I don't remember my 20s because I was in the back of a dark studio serving coffee. That was my entire 20s. I wasn't out. I wasn't having fun. I mean, it was fun, but I wasn't doing anything other than just working. And I think you have to put that in. And also, I think geography has something to do with it, you know. You have to be somewhere where there's an industry.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, it's like farming or something, you know, you can't farm in the North Pole. I mean, you got to kind of go where there's something going on. And that can be a smaller market or a bigger market. I mean, obviously there's LA, which is probably the biggest market in the world. But, you know, there's Nashville, and there's, you know, there are smaller places like that have incredible professionals and have an industry like Atlanta or, you know, or Seattle or places like that, like Austin, that, you know, there is an industry, but you kind of have, you know, you kind of have to go somewhere where there's some sort of structure. As far as making records in, you know, in your bedroom, you know, if you're really good, you can make records anywhere.
Sure,
you know? I would still, you know, the great thing now is that you can get all this knowledge from places like what you guys do, and you know, what other people post online. Like you could only get that knowledge back then if you were in a room with somebody doing it. And